Hello, welcome back to Hungry Shark World. Today, we're gonna playing with the Meltdown Shark. We're gonna have some fun with the Meltdown Shark. Now, uh, let's see. Arabian Sea, yeah. Let's see. See what I did there? See. uh, okay, there we go. Right, gold magnet. Oh, gold magnet's there, and so is Mega Rush. I'll be back. Right, now that I have that equipped, let's jump in. So, a little bit story time. So as you know, I'm schizophrenic. Uh, one of my schizophrenic episode led me to becoming homeless. Now, the reason why I fund people in my local area that are homeless is because of my experiences that I went through as being a schizophrenic homeless person. Now, uh, basically, I had an episode, and I, hmm, I went into a delirious state where I thought my schizophrenic delusions were real, and this was when I was unmedicated, and I could not control my behavior. One of surprisingly, I thought I died and going on to heaven. I died and I thought I was going on to heaven and stuff like that. Don't ask. I'm not very religious, but you never know with your schizophrenic episodes, you know. So one of the weird things is that this fish should have webbed feet because it swims and not hands, but it has hands and not webbed feet. I'll show you what I mean. So, yeah, that's what I mean. But yeah, as I was saying, I have to boost into fishes. I'm getting a terrible score. Oh. 2 gems. Right, as I was saying. Right, one of my trips led me outside. So, when I was homeless, I used to sleep next to this local prayer ground, right? And I was sleeping there one time, and this I was woken up by this guy in the military. I think so, because they were wearing military attire, all of them, and they woke me up. They were like, they didn't ask me who I was. They were just like, they called this other person. Now, it was a scene from Mr. Robot, and it was very, the guy that pays. It wasn't exactly from Mr. Robot, because they this rich guy finds me. Now, this guy was he was really fat. He was really old, but uh, he pulls me up and is like, uh, starts beating me up. He starts beating me up for no reason, and these other officers, I believe, are policemen, or uh, I don't know what have you call them, because they were not acting like that. Anyway, I think they were private security of the neighborhood that I was in. Uh, Now these men surround me, and they're just watching me get beaten up by this guy. I now keep in mind, I was just sleeping and I didn't do anything to disturb the peace, the civil order, or anything like that. And these men were just beating me up. Not this men. This man was beating me up. Now, he was this rich man who was. Uh, I ran a mega rush there. He was a rich man uh, who was probably the local authority in the area. And authority, by authority, I mean he was probably the local mayor. I don't know, like the governor of this area. But you know, probably board on the homeowners association, probably something like that. But you could see that he was like well off. He was like really well off, and he had these metal rings that really hurt when he was punching me. Like it was really bad. But yeah, yeah. Uh, uh, Hold on, I'm having a difficult time telling the story and playing the game at the same time. Where was I? Yeah, and this guy, I feel like he bit me. He beat me until I was like pretty in a banged up state. And after he was done, he calls up this guy and is like, drop me off into some local area, and they really did. They just threw me and dropped me off into some area. Which was really far away from where I lived, and I had lost my way from home because I was in a really bad schizophrenic state. But yeah, this was one of the many things that occurred during my breakout of my schizophrenia. There were other times when I got asked if I was a drug addict. Well, they didn't ask me drug addict. They asked me if I was on drugs, and I was just sitting minding my own business. I wasn't doing anything. I was sitting on the streets, but obviously if you're on the streets, people think that you're on drugs in the area that I live in. And they were like, "Are you on drugs?" And I was like, no. Now, if you answered no to them, they got really violent because I figured out later on that they were drug dealers, the ones that asked you if you were on drugs, and they were trying to sell you drugs. So, yeah, that was one of the things that you had to be aware of out on the streets. Mm, yeah. Hold on, I'm trying to get some fishes out of the way. 14 gems, that's pretty neat. Mm. But yeah, what was I saying? Sorry, it's my schizophrenia. I don't mean to stutter, but it's my schizophrenia. It makes me blank out and have gaps of stuttering, I guess. Like, I do stutter, unfortunately. I didn't used to stutter before I got schizophrenia. I was diagnosed with schizophrenia in my, like, when I was, like, 23. But I didn't have schizophrenia before then. And I was pretty much normal and all that. But after I got schizophrenia, I went all haywire. But yeah, that was one of the things that happened to me when I was in my schizophrenic state, and there are some bad people around where I lived. You know, like where I live, I figure out like there's some bad people around. Behind this curtain, this mask of society, there's this underbelly of criminals that just reside, and they're predatory. Is something that John Danaher said, that people that pick on oh, my shark is gonna die. Oh wait, I ate another shark, never mind. But yeah, it's people that pick on fights. Alright, my shark has died. Hopefully no ads. Give me a second. Alright, I'm gonna double up my score. Give me a second, I'll be back. Something John Danaher said, where it was like people that pick on fights in streets are mostly predatory, and they look at people that are that they think they have an advantage over to pick in fights with, and that is actually true. I experienced that firsthand when I was on the streets due to my schizophrenia. Now, I do have more stories. Let me know if you want more stories down below and comment. And let me know if you want more stories on my schizophrenia and the things that I went through. With that being said, remember 20% of the profit goes towards helping the homeless, the poor in my local area. Yeah, so 20% is pledged towards helping the poor. And make sure you like, comment, subscribe, and hopefully you stay to the end of the video to support the channel. All right, have a great one.